That is a very, very difficult question, and I'm sure a lot of people are asking that right now, as they are the two Canadian teams with the best chances to win the Stanley Cup. And if you start with the Toronto Maple Leafs in the Eastern Conference, it is a gauntlet, and every team has loaded up. The Boston Bruins, the Tampa Bay Lightning, the New York Rangers, the New Jersey Devils. So you think about the path to get to the Stanley Cup Finals, the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to have to get past Tampa, Boston, one of Carolina, New Jersey, or the New York Rangers. Seems like an impossible feat. And then when you look at the Western Conference and where the Edmonton Oilers are situated, it seems like it's a much easier path. Only 4 points separate the 8 playoff teams in the Western Conference. And while it may look like they're all in the same boat, there's one team that sticks out in the Western Conference that may apply a little more resistance than initially thought, and that's the Colorado Avalanche. They haven't been healthy all season long. They've had a lot of piecework to their lineup, but if you watch them play, they're really coming alive at the right time, and they seem like they're that team that's laying in the weeds that no one's really talking about, ready to get back to the Stanley Cup Finals. But looking at the two teams, I have a hard time picking an inferior team over the better team as far as getting to the Stanley Cup Finals. And the Toronto Maple Leafs, their record indicates they are the better team, and they have been for the duration of the season. Their goaltending is better, their defensive metrics are better, they're harder to play against, and yes, the Edmonton Oilers score more goals, they generate a ton of chances, but the areas that the Edmonton Oilers are better than the Toronto Maple Leafs are marginal compared to the areas that the Toronto Maple Leafs are better than Edmonton. So it is a little bit of a trade-off. At the end of the day, they're both very good teams. You know the way the Stanley Cup playoffs work. Teams get hurt. There's players that are banged up. You can be very opportunistic along the way. But when you look at both of them, I'm always going to take the better team as far as chances to get to the Stanley Cup Finals, and that is the Toronto Maple Leafs.